All right, it's Thursday. It's the rundown. It is July 24th.
Come on. It's fucking A-Rod's birthday,
And
man.
yesterday was this guy's birthday. What was up with your birthday party? I saw it's like I didn't even know this was happening.
I didn't know that many people was going to show up either.
Yeah, we didn't get invited.
New cool club.
Old guys don't get invited.
Like, who'd you invite? Who invited?
We didn't really invite anybody.
You weren't
just people
invited.
came.
Well, you're not allowed, Vouch.
I had.
Yeah.
Beer
I was like,
involved.
hey, let's go grab
But
a
it
beer.
would still be nice to be invited. Vouch
you
would
could
be
drink water.
No, yeah.
Orange juice.
Not allowed to go.
Not allowed to. But yeah, wasn't invited.
Yeah, I just kind of said, hey, I'm going to go grab a beer if people want to come.
Just
my
leaving
birthday.
people out.
What?
Yeah.
He's just leaving people out.
Yeah. All right, it's brought to you by SeatGeek. Code, the glare is unbelievable. Code is the rundown. $10 off instantly. Luckily, I don't have to read the reads for SeatGeek. They've been advertising forever. Huge advertiser. Gold star advertiser, actually. You need tickets to baseball. You need tickets to fights. You need tickets to Broadway. You need tickets to anything.
I'm pouring Ed Sheeran on them.
No shit.
Yeah.
I like Ed Sheeran. He's a
Yeah.
cool guy. You guys are fellow gingers.
Yeah, I respect that.
Where
I
are you
support him.
going?
Ed Sheeran
Oh, nice.
Where?
in San Antonio.
San Antonio. So SeatGeek sending chaps to Ed Sheeran.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Can't wait.
Use the code RUNDOWN, you get $10 instantly off the coupons. All right, Bieber leads off again because he ran over somebody in the paparazzi, ran him over good. Bieber turning over the no leaf. He stayed with this guy after he ran him over, the paparazzi. That's his new boy toy religious guy, probably being like, if you run somebody over, you got to stick with him. I think we can all agree, Bieber hater, Bieber lover, this is on the paparazzi.
Yeah.
Without a doubt.
The thing I would like to see is Bieber's reaction. Do you think he still cusses now that he's super Christian when he ran that dude over? Do you think he dropped a oh fuck, or do you think?
I don't know, because I don't know how you guys work, because I didn't know that guy could get married, that pastor, and apparently he can. So all things I thought I knew
Wait,
no
you didn't know
longer in play.
Protestant guys could get married?
No, I just thought if you...
But isn't he a new religion?
I don't even get that whole thing. He just makes up his own... You guys play fast and loose like you can make your own churches and shit. This
Well, I
guy-
mean, the whole point of starting a new religion is to fuck all the chicks that are in your religion.
Yeah.
Big time.
So I would imagine that's what's going down.
No doubt about it.
So there's a non-story. We all say it's all the poverty. A non-story.
See, if this guy is really starting his own, one of the first things you got to establish is that, like, God made our bodies and our bodies are beautiful, so
Yeah.
we're going to share them together.
Sex positive.
If I'm a cult leader, that's like law one.
Who is the guy who's fucking everybody? The Lululemon guy?
No, American Apparel?
American Apparel guy who's
Yeah,
fucking everybody.
Yeah.
Smart.
Well, wouldn't you?
Yeah. Like a little casting couch in his own company.
Yeah, it was like you had to do yoga, like weird yoga, and they just fuck you.
American Apparel is fast and loose with the nipple game too. A lot of their
They're out of
advertising-
business, aren't they?
I know that guy's out.
No, I think they're out. Like,
Oh, really?
They shut down stores everywhere. I think. I
I
don't know.
remember there was like 3 or 4 years ago where I was like, oh, American Apparel, like these shirts are actually nice. And then I realized they do not make shirts for husky guys.
No, they're like,
They're like paper
yeah.
thin and they like just one
Hippies.
time in the wash, it's just, it's like I'm like an encased sausage. It's gross.
Carlos Beltran, Adrian Beltran.
he
my
wrote
brain.
Carlos Beltre.
Did I write Carlos
On the
Beltran?
email, yeah. That's one of those ones where, like, it's a sixth sense. It's like almost like a caddy and a golfer. Like, you'll write an email with just a completely different name, and I'll be like, I know exactly what Dave's talking about.
Well, Beltran's in the news, and I'm so noodle. I'm very noodly today. I haven't been sleeping. Adrian Beltran ejected by
Beltre.
Yeah.
Beltre. Adrian Beltre.
Yeah.
Shit. Our boy Jerry Davis ejects him. Who everyone's like, I thought Jerry Davis was a cool dude. This was not a cool dude move. So Beltre was standing like maybe 5 feet away from the on-deck circle, like the actual mat. Jerry Davis said, yo, Adrian, now I'm in my own head, Adrian Beltre.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yo, Adrian, you almost had that.
Yo,
too.
Adrian.
That was a fucking layup.
get back in the batter's box, get back in the on-deck circle. He picks up the mat, moves it, and then gets ejected. Pretty funny scene. Adrian Beltre, I thought, actually handled it pretty well. He didn't freak out for a guy who fake freaks out all the time with the head-touching thing. What do you got on this?
Very strange considering the fact that it was the 8th inning of like a 12-run game.
Yep.
That's basically the ump being like, I still just want to control this thing.
Yep.
And I know Jerry Davis is our boy, but I feel like that's a bad look because it's Adrian Beltre is also one of those guys that, like, he's just funny. Everything he does is funny. People fuck with him all the time, and he takes it pretty well. And so to be the guy who kicks him out for doing something funny is not a good look.
You have,
Go
you
ahead.
have those moments with with my kids too, like when I tell them to do something and they take it incredibly literal.
Yeah.
And it shouldn't piss me off, but it pisses me the fuck off. That's what happened to the ump. He was like, I got goddamn owned, but you're out of here.
Yeah.
He did get owned. It's crazy they even brought up in the first place. I feel like guys never in like.
It's a
It's like one of those
box.
things. Yeah, it's like the NBA coach, like don't go beyond the line, but they're beyond the line. A blowout of someone's just weird move by Jerry Davis, who, like Dan said, he's a fan of the program. We did that umpire video. He was a cool guy, funny guy, and I thought I heard overwhelmingly positive things about him. It wasn't like a Joe West.
Yeah, Joe West,
situation.
Country Joe West.
It's Cowboy Joe West, isn't it?
Country Joe West.
Is
Is
it
it a country
country?
album?
Oh, but his nickname's Cowboy, right?
I think it's Country Joe West.
Cowboy's a good nickname.
Joe West.
It's a good nickname.
Oh.
Cowboy Joe
I've been
West.
always, so both.
Point
We're
for
both
the-
right.
all
Did you see, by the way, what the Nationals did?
Yeah,
today?
back to back to back to back, then another, then a back.
Yeah.
The most. Yeah, we actually.
Surprised we
doing-
didn't bet on the Brewers today.
I know. We were doing live baseball play-by-play on the
Electric.
radio for like.
Wow,
10
nothing better
minutes.
than that.
Yeah,
That's really
yeah,
good.
some mid-afternoon
Nationals
Washington
versus
Nationals
Brewers.
baseball. Clay Travis, this story's
You
old.
really are a noodle. You just said Nationals.
What did I say?
You said Washington
Washington
Nationals.
I'm a
You're
noodle.
noodle.
I haven't.
You are
I haven't-
soft noodle.
I haven't cried noodle in a long time. I'm very.
It's true. You have been
Noodle
very
free.
good about keeping your noodle to yourself.
super noodly.
Today is a day where you deserve to cry noodle.
Super noodly. Clay Travis, this is an old story, but I just like this story. It's front page Daily News. I hadn't talked about it. So his kid's got lice because he's probably a terrible parent, like traveling around. And then he tries to bring his lice-ridden kids onto a plane. And naturally, the plane, I think, is Delta. And they're like, yo, this is a very contagious disease, so you can't fly with lice. It's right in the handbook, which it is. And Clay Travis, who always makes fun of people complaining on planes, writes this essay like, oh, poor me, like I can't bring my kids with this lice fucking ridden disease. And now everyone's trashing Clay, be like, dude, your kids had lice, no shit, you can't fly, you egotistical, cheating, stealing motherfucker. So just a funny story. I like seeing Clay Travis be exposed for an absolute fraud. And by the way, take care of your kid's head. It's a fucking gross look.
One, I absolutely love it when people get lice. Like, I know it's mean, but I was ruthless to kids that got lice.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Oh, if you have lice,
Oh my God, I'm going after you.
like that kid,
you
I
are
don't know which
getting-
kid that is for Clay Travis, but that kid's ruined.
Yeah, but you know what was the best was when you got checked for lice. When it was basically like a free head massage. by
Head
the nurse.
massages are the best.
Yeah, and with the two pencils.
Yeah,
They used to
just
go
like
with the
that.
two
That always
pencils.
was bomb.
But you were always kind of nervous because if you had lice,
Yeah.
you knew you were
Well, yeah, I
fucked
wasn't.
for weeks.
I can't speak for you, but I wasn't a gross kid, so I never had lice.
Well, I had lice. I had a couple times. Like my sister's got lice.
Couple times.
But I just shave it off. I didn't have to sit through the little nitpicking like a little monkey in my hair. I had to go through all that. But I love because I've been there.
Two-time lice haver.
I think 3.
Three-time lice haver. Chaps. Uncle
Yeah.
Chaps.
It's gross.
That's really gross.
Well,
What do you think of Clay Travis bitching like a
I
guy?
think the stupid part about them, how did they know? I've never been asked if I had lice before I got on a plane. I
How
would
did
never
they?
say
No,
yes.
they. Okay, so what happened was
His
they
lice is
were.
probably-
When they
Yeah,
just
how
had
much
like
in my head?
beehives
No.
worth of lice in their hair.
So they
Were
got
you
on a
serious?
plane.
gross family.
They got on a plane, and the kid was. They were going from Europe to Minnesota
Who
to
takes their
Nashville.
kids, by the way, to Europe?
That's
Another lousy parenting.
so they're going from
Sure they
Europe
love
to
that.
Minnesota to Nashville, and on the plane from Europe to Minnesota, the kid was like waiting in line for the bathroom, just like itching his head.
Ugh.
And the stewardess was like,
Yeah, see,
That
if
kid's
you're-
got fucking
as
lice.
a dad, if you know your kids are infested with lice, you got to throw some mittens on those
Yeah, put a hat
motherfuckers.
on their head,
You got to
right.
make them stick their hands
I
in
mean,
their pockets.
I'm not a lice expert, but if you let your kid just scratching it, basically throwing lice on
Yeah,
other people, you
tossing
should be
it.
thrown in jail.
Yeah.
Never mind off the plane.
the best was he like wrote the blog. I mean, this is a
He's so
week or
delusional.
so ago, but he was like, I got kicked off Delta and it was so unfair, like kind of hiding the lead here. And then halfway through, he's like, oh, my kid had lice.
yeah,
and he
there's
was-
Yeah, no shit, you got kicked
And
off.
he was scratching his head, throwing the lice on other people. I knew he had lice. I tried to hide it. And the lead is who takes young kids to Europe? That is the most like go to Disney World. Like you don't go to Europe. That's just a lousy parenting move. He's all about him. He always has been. Julio Jones. So Julio Jones lost $100,000 earring jet skiing, and he's sending like a scuba team to look for it, which is disgusting.
That is. Because you can't have $100,000 earrings and then act like you're poor where you can't. If you're wearing $100,000 earrings, they got to be liquid where you don't even care if they're gone.
They don't. That's the equivalent probably for us of $100.
Yeah, and not only that, but I was reading, the lake is 65 feet deep. What? Like, and he doesn't know where he lost it, so he's just like, go find my earring?
I'm gonna be honest. This is one of those things. That means nothing. Like, when you say 65 feet deep, you could have convinced me that was shallow or deep.
No, that's deep. For an
Like,
earring?
For a lake, I have no idea.
It's deeper
That's
side.
pretty deep,
That's deep.
yeah.
That's pretty deep for a lake.
I have no idea. That's like one of those
I guess
stats I just
lakes
didn't
go
know.
all sizes, but
Do you know that for a fact?
yeah, I mean, I've been in lakes that are really deep, and I've been in lakes that are like 20 feet deep.
Yeah, normal lakes, I think you got to suspect that they're like 20 to 30.
Yeah,
Anything
right.
over like 40 feet deep is
It's
a deep
pretty
lake.
deep. That's pretty deep.
Okay.
40
Deep
feet.
lake.
And he's finding a fucking little earring. Come on, Julio.
Must shine though.
Yeah, but it's like
Depends on how murky the water is.
Yeah, I mean, most
Good
lakes
couple
are
lake
pretty
guys.
murky. Yeah,
Couple-
I'm a big lake guy. Love lakes.
I love lakes too.
Love lakes.
Marry, fuck, kill, lake, beaches, or rivers. I'm going with lakes every time.
Really?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Fuck no.
Oh yeah.
I hate sand.
You hate sand?
Lakes
Is
are
that because-
warmer.
is that-
You don't have
that's
to deal with
because of the
salt.
military?
No, it's just because I don't like
You
it.
land on the beach. It's
Yeah.
like-
It feels terrible on my feet.
Lakes.
Sand?
Yeah, it's too hot.
Sand is kind of annoying.
It's everywhere in your car.
You guys
It's
are
in
going
your
on
ass
beaches.
crack.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. Sand is like sand, white sandy beaches. That's what the
I'd
dream
like a
is
lake.
all about.
You get the grass right up to the dock. You get on the dock. You get on the boat.
You can
you're in
hang
the
out
lake.
underneath a tree. You
Yeah.
don't even have to wear your swim shirt.
Boom, done.
You guys are so off on this. Like, it's a fact. Like, beaches are better than lakes. Like, it's just everything around it.
Not a fact.
Like, and not only the air. It's like fancy beaches are always better and nicer than the fanciest lake, or vice versa. That's just like you.
What about
no-
Lake Como
What's
in
that?
Italy?
Yeah. What about
What about
It's like the nicest
Capri?
lake in the world.
What about Capri?
What about-
Capri will beat that lake.
Lake Louise in
No,
Alberta?
I don't even.
Yeah.
Alberta, Canada.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Prettiest place in the world.
What
No
about
doubt.
Turtle
Yeah,
Lake
it
in
is.
St. Croix
Yeah, you guys are
Falls,
throwing
Minnesota?
some fun. What about
Great
St. Parks?
casino.
What about Nantucket? Beaches are classier, nicer. Well, you don't see like these fancy like lake things in like the Rob Report. You see beaches. Come on.
Lake guy.
Yeah. Lake guys.
This is almost
I don't
like.
even know if have you ever been in a lake?
Oh yeah, I've been in a lake Winnipesaukee and shit. You guys are almost talking. This is almost like reminiscent of me and KFC's like in-ground versus out-ground pool. It's not even like a debate really.
I mean, I'm
See,
comfortable.
I think that's. Are you
Yeah.
in ground or?
Well, you're Midwest
Yeah, right.
and you're like South.
But
like,
I that's one of those things. Like I have no problem. Like I'd prefer you not to come to the lake because I don't
okay,
need
well,
snobs at the lake.
That's fine. I'll be.
Rather
at
just
my-
hang.
Yeah.
Everybody at the lake's gonna have
You
dry
guys
hair.
wear your
no
like.
wet hair guys
You guys
at the lake.
inner tube with like fat people.
Yeah,
that's
that sounds
fine.
great.
Yeah,
That sounds like a lot of
slobs.
fun.
Yeah.
Tubing
have
is
fun.
awesome.
And on your pontoon.
I want to get on.
Oh, I mean, sir,
Don't
sir,
talk shit about a pontoon.
Sir,
That's just
sir,
ridiculous.
the pontoon is the greatest invention in the world.
It
you
is.
literally just roll around. So you're in a living room on a body of water,
This is what you
going
guys want.
slowly and drinking beers.
What kind of boat do you want? Speedboat?
Like a yacht?
You know, like a yacht.
Yeah, like a.
Anybody who goes.
Yachts aren't going on
Pontoons
If you
lakes.
go
are.
fast-
Yachts aren't going on lakes. I like pontoons. But I'm
No, you
there's
just
no-
bash pontoons.
Oh, I'm bashing your whole
Yeah,
lifestyle.
but pontoons are.
I'm just saying to compare a lake versus like the beach, if they're equal like areas, is crazy. Beaches are better. Beach life.
Disagree.
Disagree too.
Well, we agree to disagree then, gentlemen. Sir. So the press secretary can't make this shit up. So he had a quote today during the thing. He's like, why don't we live our lives, as Joe Paterno said, with like honor and integrity.
Right. Why don't you honor the job? You remember Joe Paterno? What would he say? Okay. Act like you've been there before. Right. Act with honor and dignity and respect and hold the confidence of the presidency in his office.
The fact that he pulled out this guy on like day 2 on the job, went right for a Paterno quote. Like you said, it's Arrested Development. It's
Yeah.
perfect.
The entire White House staff is Arrested Development right now. Donald Trump Jr. is Joe. Like, that's him. Like, he listens to Final Countdown and does like magic tricks. That's like, he's definitely a magic guy.
He absolutely is a magic guy. He's just sitting in his office like, what are you working on today? Like, well, I got this new
Tricks.
trick with a quarter.
They're illusions.
Yeah, right.
They're illusions, Sean Spicer.
Do you,
Yeah.
what is this guy's name? Sacramento or something?
Skarkuki.
When he comes out, do you think he got like high fives after
Yeah,
that?
is that not his name?
Saramucci?
Saramucci.
I know there's an S, a C, and it's Italian. So I think if you get
Yeah, it doesn't really matter.
Skarkuki
It's-
is the same as
yeah.
The
Saramucci.
Paterno quote is the bold move. I'm wondering if he got like high fives, like nailed it when he came out of there.
And
Like,
the
love that Paterno, the old like enabler to child molestation. Really pulled that one out.
All you have to do is pick any college football
Yeah.
coach
Except
and
him.
pick, yeah,
And you
any,
can fake
any
quote it, too.
from anything
You
that
can
they've
just-
ever said.
Right, you could just use the same words that Joe Paterno said and said, as Bear Bryant said,
Yeah, and he-
no one will say shit.
Yeah.
You go Paterno. Paterno's tough. Last one, KFC is in a brawl with Deadspin because he actually wrote a serious thing about transgender, basically criticizing the decision. Deadspin got on him. Deadspin, do not go after paternity leave Kevin because paternity leave Kevin is looking for a fight.
He's
Yeah,
got
he
nothing
is.
but time.
Yeah, he is.
He wrote like 30
Yeah, he
straight
is.
tweets.
Between diaper
Yeah,
changes
he
and
is.
washing bottles and shit,
They
he's
walked-
ready to go after it.
They walked into something they had no idea what they walked into. He put him in a body bag, and it's like, oh shit, here we go. That is, I actually was I root against Kevin a lot. I was happy like he got in that brouhaha to pass the time because I feel like for every 2 ticks the clock goes forward, it's going like 6 backwards on him right now.
Yeah.
So to get in a nice fight and like just have plenty of time, and even be like, if his wife's like, yo, the baby just pooped or like puked, it's like, I'm in a fight here for our family's integrity and honor. He can stay online, and that's where he wants to be.
It's,
so
yeah.
it's
It's
good for
paternity leave Kevin.
him. Yeah.
He's like the guy who like hits on a girl all night at the bar and then she leaves with another dude. And so he's just like walking out of the bar like, I'm going to pound someone's face in. That's the most dangerous guy in the world, like the 22-year-old who gets stood up
Yeah.
at the end of the night. That's paternity leave Kevin just looking for a fight. Also, I cannot stand when these fuckers do the little emoji thing. Use your words. Say something. If you think Kevin's wrong, fucking put it in words. Don't be a little bitch
Yeah.
and do the emoji and be like, oh, look at this. Fuck you, man.
Do you know who that guy is?
I mean, I know he works for Deadspin.
I don't know any of those guys. They're all. I hope they're watching, like looking. They're all, with the exception, and the only one who has any name recognition, who's not the full-time guy, is the Drew. The other guys are nobody losers. Like nobody knows who they are. If they leave Deadspin, they'll have no jobs. They'll be pumping gas and shit like that. They have no persona, no cachet, no name recognition, no intelligence, no nothing. So
Doesn't sound good for them.
it doesn't.
No, bad. That's actually bad.
Yeah, actually bad.
They're ants, they're Twitter eggs, and what's the best way maybe to get a little cachet? Go after a Barstool guy because then people pay attention for the first time in your career. But they picked on the wrong dude. We got what? 1 million people here now? Don't go after paternity leave, Kevin.
Big
We should
mistake.
start sending Nate to the Deadspin offices.
Nate?
Just standing outside it. Just a fucking
You know, by the way,
bull
you know
rush 'em.
Worldwide Wob is trying to hire everybody from here? I found that out today.
Really?
Yeah, that guy. Tried to hire Chaps, tried to hire Caleb.
What the fuck?
DMing. It's
Cha-
like, oh, I
me
worked at
before I-
Barstool.
me before
You
I
did
worked
not
there.
work at Barstool Worldwide Wob. Let's clarify that. So,
That, everyone wants a piece.
who wants a piece of the crown? Don't go at. Just don't go. Just
Everyone
don't go
wants a
after
piece.
paternity leave. I bet.
Can
Would,
you admit that was sexy? What I just did?
Yeah,
I
it
thought it
was.
was funny. I laughed.
It was sexy.
I didn't think it was
It was
sexy.
it was a little sexual.
It was sexy AF.
Do you think Kevin wrote that shit while he had like poop on his hand?
Yeah,
I
oh
bet
yeah.
he did. Like,
See, he's not, but the
Vomit.
baby's not at like the real runny poop stage yet. So
but his
probably
other
not.
kid was having all Shay was
Yeah,
like.
Shay had a
could
fever.
be
he
Shay
was
poop,
just
yeah.
like,
It's like.
Poop
I
was
should imagine he
near.
was crying
At the very least,
nonstop
it was
Yeah.
near.
at all times in the
It
house.
was in the on deck circle.
And his
for sure.
his neighbors like cucking him with his fucking driveway.
That
You
driveway
wanna
shit
go with Kevin
would
right
drive
now.
me nuts, and
Yeah.
he handles that calmly. I
Yeah.
couldn't do it, dude. I'd be smashing my neighbor's
Yeah, you
car.
don't want to go with Kevin.
I
Right?
hate-
You're a military guy, so you're more scary, intimidating.
Yeah,
Like,
you-
have that element that you'll shoot somebody.
You have a Semper Fire bumper sticker, do you not?
No.
Oh, because if you had that, like no one's.
But I
gonna
do
fuck with
have
you.
because I get free registration on my purple
Guns
heart
don't
plates.
kill people.
Yeah.
I do. You should put that like bumper. Then that
Right.
that'll change. That
Not
evens
as
the
lean,
playing.
but not as mean, but still a Marine.
Yeah, that'll like even the playing field a little bit for
Yeah.
Kevin. Just like a hoorah, even
Poor
like walking
Kevin.
by, like yo hoorah. All right, that's the rundown for the week. We got anything else? Happy birthday, Chaps. Happy
Thank you.
birthday to
Thank you.
A-Rod.
Yeah, he dropped this off. Not A-Rod himself, but an associate of A-Rod Corp dropped this off and said that he appreciates my loyalty to the corp.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah, a couple.
I gotta
mugs.
be honest, I didn't even know that was a logo. I didn't know
Yeah,
you were wearing
it's a
it.
great logo, isn't it? It's like you can kind of see like it's almost someone swinging something. Maybe not. No, not really. It's not. It's a great logo.
I
Classic.
like it.
It's a great
It
logo.
looks like a bootleg King Griffey Jr. logo.
Yeah. So I don't know. It's pretty good. All right, that was
I think we're done here.
awkward way to end the rundown.
Yeah.
All right, so see you guys.
See ya.
Yeah.